And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Hurts throwing right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And taken right at the 35. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
The Cowboys at 9-5 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looking to throw, Prescott. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like...
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 18 carries, 88 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. These two teams they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. But first down, Hurts. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Marr is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Up the middle they go with Sanders. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 10-0 the score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he goes out right around the 39. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To the air again, Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives. Not having balls go through goalposts.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 60 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. On play action, Prescott. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Hurts to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense